Okay, folks, I think I may have had a technical difficulty there. I think I got it situated. Okay, folks, I think I may have had a technical difficulty there. I think I got it. All right, so I think we're good now. Let me repeat what I said. Again, welcome to the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT, put on by USSSA and USSSA Sports Network. Let me repeat what I said. Again, welcome to sorry about that. I'm just was doing a test and realized nobody could hear me. So today's matchup, the first game of the day, we're doing 6 games today. 4 of them on Amberjack. The other 2 will be on the Dolphin Field here at the Morgan Sports Center in Destin, Florida. Again, I'm Doc. I'll be your commentator throughout the day. At the end of the tournament, we do a highlight reel. These games will be up for you to go back and watch as many times as you want on both YouTube and Facebook, as we are simulcast on both. Today's first game is 12U action. As a matter of fact, the first 4 games is 12U action between several 12U teams, but this first game is the South Walton Hawks and the NWF Tropics. So again, thank you so much for joining us here on the channel. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow. Hit that notification bell, and you'll get notified when we do go live in our next games and upcoming games throughout the day. I also want to thank tournament director Matt Grant for his tireless efforts to make sure that this tournament got off without a hitch. Now the scoreboard, I may have to switch it here in a second, simply because we don't know who's home and visitor until the flip of the coin, which just took place. But I don't have an indication of who's going on the field first and who's batting, so we may have to switch things around. So if you just bear with me on that, we'll get that squared away and get things on. So I am going to have to make the switch. So my lucky streak is over. Let's see here. So bear with me a second. I'm going to go mute for just a second. This is Doc from USSSA Sports Network. All right, so we got the name switch. I'm trying to get the logos back up there. So as you can see, the Tropics are now taking the field, and as if you can't see it, we are in the direct flight path of the airport behind us. So also, so now music is playing. So in between innings, I may have to go mute just so we don't get any part of our content blocked based on the artist not allowing their music to be played in conjunction with another event. So with that, I'm going to go mute for just a second. This is Doc from USSSA Sports Network. All right, so we're about ready to get started. Welcome back, everyone. Glad to be with you here in Destin, Florida, at the Morgan Sports Center. Amberjack Field, 12U action, the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT. Broadcast by USSSA Sports Network. Brought to you by USSSA. And I want to thank Tournament Director Matt Grant for his tireless efforts. And here we go, about to get the first pitch underway in this one. And I'll give you the batting lineups in just a moment. There's a ball outside, and this one's underway here in the top of the first. So 1 ball, no strikes on Bo, and I'll run down the lineup here in just a second. Sorry about that, folks. Here's the second pitch. Ground ball, foul, and it's going to be a 1-1 count. So the lineup is Bo, who's at bat now, then Dalton, Braden, Jacob, Henry, Cole, Jackson, Chap, Easton, and Harper. On the mound for the Tropics is Jaden, and behind the plate is Colton. And I'll give you the pitcher-catcher when the Hawks take the field in the bottom of the first. All right. Call strike on the outside corner. And now it's 1-2. So Jaden is quickly out in front of Bo here in the top of the first inning. Again, just getting underway here, the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT, Morgan Sports Center in Destin, Florida. There's ball 2 outside. So 2-2. We got 6 games on tap for you today. 4 of them are 12U, 2 of them are 10U. We'll move over to Dolphin Field. Right now we're on the Amberjack Field and the direct flight path of the airport, which you'll see planes come by. There's a ground ball. The shortstop fielded cleanly over to first base, and that is 1 away. That brings up Dalton with Braden on deck. 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike on Dalton. Again, Braden's on deck. No score. Top of the first. 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That's quickly 0-2. So Jaden so far has been well in front of his batters. It's a beautiful complex here. It's actually a quadplex. There's a ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. Over to first base. And nice stretch by the first baseman to get the out. And that is 2 outs. So 2 down. That brings in Braden. Jacob on deck. Jaden gets his sign, comes set, and delivers. Ground ball, shortstop. Nice try by the shortstop. That's going to go into left field for a hit. And Braden's on with a 2-out single here in the top of the first inning. That brings in Jacob. Henry on deck. Braden gets his lead. Jaden checks him. He delivers home. Swing and a miss. That gets away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Braden to easily go to second base. And it's ball 1 on Jacob. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. Actually, that might have been. We'll go with ball 2. It might be 1-1. My apologies if he swung and missed. I don't think he did, but maybe he did. It might be 1-1. I'll get clarification here. Well, it doesn't matter. Grab ball right back to Jaden over to first, and that's 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. And at the end of a half inning, it is the Hawks 0, Tropics coming to bat. I'll give you the lineup who's coming up in just a minute. This is Doc on the USSSA Sports Network. Okay, real quick, we'll just go through the lineup for the Tropics. Welcome back, everybody. It's Zay, followed by Logan, Colton, Cam, Carter, Chase, Jaden, Barrett, Hampton, and Bentley. Pitching on the mound for the Hawks this game, starting is Jackson, and behind the plate is Jacob. So we're going to go on mute here for just a second more. Apologize for all that, but again, it's to protect the content of the artist that's playing in the background, as well as us getting any kind of blocks. So again, this is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. Start at the bottom of the first inning for the Tropics. Zay's going to lead things off. He'll be followed by Logan, who's on deck, and the third batter will be Colton. And there's the first pitch by Jackson, called strike. Again, Jacob behind the plate. So Jackson's quickly ahead of Zay here in the first inning. Or bottom of the first inning, 0-1. Strike two. And much like Jaden was ahead of his batters, Jackson's quickly out in front of Zay, 0-2. Jackson looks in, gets his sign, comes set, and delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike. Oh, foul tip in the glove. Strike three. Nice job by the catcher, and that's one down. So one out. That'll bring in Logan. Colton's on deck. And the delivery. Ball up and outside. And it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. The FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT. Ground ball to first. Filled it cleanly. Touches the bag, and that is 2 outs. So 2 down. That'll bring in Colton. Cam's on deck. Broadcast is brought to you by USSSA Sports Network. Tournament put on by USSSA and tournament director Mac Grant. Ball low and outside. And it's 1-0 on Colton. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Ball just a little bit up. That'll ricochet. It hit off the post right here next to me. And so that'll go right back out to Jackson. And it's 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the first inning. Colton gets the 3-0 delivered. Ball 4, and Colton's on with a 2-out walk. So more than likely we'll see somebody run for Colton, maybe not, with 2 outs. The reason I said that is because Colton is the catcher, and Logan would be the pinch runner. Nice move by Jackson over here to make sure Colton didn't go anywhere. So Colton is going to run for himself. Throw back over by Jackson again. Colton stays put. Ball high, and that's 1-1. Or excuse me, 1-0. That was the first pitch in. I was so used to him throwing over to first base. So Jackson gets a sign, delivers the 1-0. So Jackson has now thrown 6 balls in a row, which is the reason why Colton's on, and Cam's ahead in his count 2-0 after 2 quick outs. And the pitch. Ball 3 outside. There goes Colton on the ball that just a little bit kind of got away from the pitcher, kind of a wild pitch, if you will. It's ball 3. So there's going to be a pinch runner. It is Logan going into run as he was the last batted out for the Tropics. So a 3-0 count. And here's a 3-0 from Jackson. Ball 4. So 2 quick outs, 2 quick walks, and runners on first and second for the Tropics. That brings in Carter. On deck is Chase. And the pitch. Ball high. So unfortunately, that's 9 in a row. Jackson's having a little trouble getting the strike zone here. Hopefully you'll get it here. There it is. And it's 1-1. So Jackson's back in the groove now. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. No score. And the pitch. 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, thanks for joining us here on the USSSA Sports Network. Here's the pitch. Call strike 2. Nice job by Jackson battling back now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the first. And the 2-2. And now it's full. So the runners will be going on this pitch. 2 outs. Jackson gets a sign, delivers the payoff pitch. There's a pop fly to third base. Nice catch. And that's 3 outs. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 1, it's a 0-0 game. This is Doc from the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a minute. Real quickly, it's going to be Henry, Cole, and Jackson. All right, folks, we're back. I got one of the logos up there. Oh my gosh. Folks, I'm so sorry. I've been on mute this whole time. Nonetheless, as you just saw, there's a fly ball in the left field. Left fielder's under it. Makes a catch. Nice catch. And that's 2 outs. So I am so sorry about that, that you missed the exciting play-by-play action there. My apologies. Nonetheless, on the sacrifice bunt there by Cole, brought in Henry, who was on the move from second, and then Jackson just flew out to left field. So again, my sincere apologies for that. And here we go. Pop foul left side, and it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Again, I can't apologize to you all enough for the miscue there on me. And the pitch. Foul ball right back here to the fence. And it's quickly 0-2 to Chap. So Chap's up, Easton on deck. 2 outs, 1 run in for the Hawks. It's a base or ground ball. No, oh, well, we're going to call that a base hit. What a shot by Chap. Goes off the glove of the shortstop. And Chap's on with a 2-out single. That'll bring in Easton. Harper on deck. Again, 2 down. And the pitch. Ball inside by Jaden. Again, Colton is still behind the plate, I believe. Called strike. And it's 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on, 1 run in. for the Hawks. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Easton is down to his last strike. There's a ball. It's going to even things at 2-2. So I wish I could show you all what I'm looking through right now. So that moved on that pitch. Chap was going. That puts Chap on second. There's ball 3. There's a throw to third. And Chap's in there. 2 stolen bases. So it's a full count. Chap's on third. Jaden gets a sign. He sets and delivers the payoff pitch. There's a ground ball third. That's going to get through for a hit and score another run. Left fielder cuts it off. Easton holds it first with an RBI single. That'll bring in Harper. And then back to the top of the lineup with Bo. And the Hawks are in front, 2-0. It's a throw over by Jaden to make sure that Easton's not going anywhere. And the pitch is a pop fly foul just out of the reach of the third baseman. And will remain, it'll be 0-1 on Harper. Bo's on deck. Throw over by Jaden. Easton's back. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Easton will go in easily to second base on the wild pitch. That's 1-2, or excuse me, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. And that's 1-2. And the pitch. It's a ground ball to short, fielded cleanly, over to first. Nice stretch by the first baseman, and that is 3 outs. But the Hawks get 2 on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1.5, it's the Hawks 2, Tropics 0. Coming to bat for the Tropics is going to be Carter, Chase, and Jaden. This is Doc on the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Carter steps in, and there's the first pitch. Jackson's still on the mound. And Jacob behind the plate. Ball 1 to Carter. Ball 2. As the ball comes in just a little bit high. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. That helps us grow the channel. There's a called strike on the outside corner, and it is 2-1. That helps our channel grow and help us to enhance the capabilities and the experience for you, the fans, and the players. It's now a 3-1 count to Carter. Again, Chase on deck. Jaden will be the third batter. Swing and a miss. And now the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And what a job by Jackson to come back and get the batter. And that's 1 down. That'll bring in Chase. On deck is Jaden. Jaden's the current pitcher for the Tropics. Foul ball. Just tried to get out of the way of that one and hit the bat. So it makes it 0-1 to Chase. And the 0-1 pitch. 1-1. It's a beautiful sports complex here in dead center Destin, Florida, right in the flight path of the airport. Thankfully, during the game so far, we haven't had any planes come by. It's ball 2. We had some in warm-ups, but they seem to be not so many planes coming in now. So we'll see as the day goes on how many we actually get. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning. Hawks out in front 2-0. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from Jacob. And now the count's full. Jackson looks in, gets his sign from Jacob, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. Foul ball. So Chase is hanging in there with the full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 2 outs. So 2 down. And here comes a plane. As I said that, one is flying right over the field at us. So it's the executive airport right here behind us. Two down. Jaden steps in. Barrett on deck. There's a ball low, and that's a 1-0 count. So far, Jackson has rung up 3 Tropics batters on strikeouts. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and that's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. And Jackson's ahead, 1-2. So Jackson's only allowed 1 hitter so far to put the bat on the ball, and that was down the first base. There's the ball low. It's 2-2 now. It was right back to the first baseman for the second out of the oh, shoot. Folks, all right, so anyway, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 2, it's the Hawks 2, Tropics 0. Coming up for the Hawks is back to the top of the order with Bo, Dalton, and Braden. This is Doc on the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Top of the third inning. Bo stepping in. On deck is Dalton. And the pitch. Jaden's still on the mound. Behind the plate is Bentley now. He's replaced Colton. There's a ball. So 1-0 count to Bo here in the top of the third. Pop foul just out of play down the first base line. So 1-1 count. And make that 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Just getting underway here in the top of the third inning of the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT game, 12U game between the Tropics and the Hawks. Ground ball to third. Third baseman, it was a hard shot. Third baseman had trouble fielding that one. And Bo's on. So Bo's on here in the third. That brings in Dalton. On deck is Braden. The throw over by Jaden to make sure Bo's not going anywhere, and Bo's back in time. And the pitch. It's a line shot in the left field. That's going to get down for a hit. And Dalton's on with a single, moving Bo over to second base. Nobody out. That brings in Braden. He's 1 for 1. Coach calls timeout to go talk to his pitcher. Actually, he's making a change. And we'll get that for you here in just a second. Let's see who's going in to pitch for Jaden. And get that number for you here in just a second. Looks like it might be Cam. Just want to double check that here after the pitch. And it is Cam. So Cam's the new pitcher. And with that, we'll take a quick break while he warms up. This is Doc on USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Warm-ups finished by Cam. Braden, like I said, is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Jacob is on deck. And the pitch. Ball outside. Bentley couldn't hold on to it and allows both runners to move up. So it's 1-0 to Braden. So runners on second and third, nobody out. Ball 1 to Braden. Cam gets a sign, checks the runner at second, delivers. Ball inside. That gets away from Bentley. Here comes Bo. And Bo's going to score easily and make it a 3-0 game in favor of the Hawks. That moves Dalton over to third, and that's 2 balls, no strikes to Braden. And the pitch. That gets away from Bentley on the wild pitch. Here comes Dalton, and now it's going to be a 4-0 game. Ball 3 to Braden, so a couple runners get on and 2 runners score. A 3-0 count to Braden. Jacob on deck. And it's ball 4. So that puts Braden on first. Still nobody out. And that is ball 1 to Jacob. Jacob is the current catcher for the Hogs. And the 1-0. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Braden at first, 2 runs in. Hawks have extended that lead 4-0. Throw over by Cam to check. I believe Braden is playing first. Throw over to make sure Braden's not going anywhere. Braden stays put. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. Over to second. They get Braden at second, but not enough time to get Jacob at first. And there's 1 down. So Jacob gets on with the fielder's choice. That brings in Henry. Henry doubled and scored his first time up. Jacob gets the lead at first. Called strike. Actually, that is Braden running for Jacob. Called strike on the outside corner. It's a 0-1 count. Jacob is the catcher, so Braden is pinch running since he was the last batted out this inning. It's a ball outside. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top of 3. Hawks in the lead. Cam throws over to first. Braden's back. And the pitch. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch. Called strike. Nice pitch by Cam. And evens the count at 2-2. Cam gets a sign. He delivers the 2-2 and makes it full. As Henry watched that one come in low and inside. And the payoff pitch. Ball 4. And puts runners on first and second. Still with 1 out. So 1 down. Jacob at second. I'm sorry, excuse me, Braden at second. Pitch running for Jacob. Henry at first. Cole's at the plate. Cole had the sacrifice bunt that scored the first run of the game, drove in Henry. And Jackson's on deck. There's a ball outside. Both runners move up easily. So runners at second and third. Again, Cam on the mound, Bentley behind the plate. And the pitch. There's a bunt. Nice bunt. Third baseman fields it. Can't get anybody as he comes home. And everybody's safe. An RBI bunt single by Cole. So that puts runners on first and third. Scores another one for the Hawks. So far this inning, Hawks has got 3 runs on 2 hits. Ball just inside. Cole goes to second as Henry holds at third. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt. He does bunt. Nice bunt in front of the plate! Oh, they called him out. I think the ball must have hit him outside the box. But the run, nonetheless, run scores. Maybe. Oh, no, run does not score, so runners are made at second and third. So 2 down. There's a ball low on Chap. So it's a 1-0 count. On second base is Cole. Third base is Henry. 2 outs. Chap's up. Easton on deck. Chap singled and scored his first time up. It's a ball low and outside, and it's 2-0. It's ball 3. Bentley. Throw it down to third, and everybody's safe. So Bentley kind of dropped it, and Braden thought Henry thought the ball got away. It did not. It's a 3-0 count, and nearly got thrown out at third. Called strike, and it's 3-1. Cam steps off the rubber. Everyone resets. And the pitch. It's a ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop. Over to first. And they get him, and that's 3 outs. All right, so the Hawks get 3 on 2 hits with 2 left on. And at the end of 2.5, it's the Hawks 5, Tropics 0. Coming up for the Tropics is going to be Hampton, Bentley, and then back to the top of the order with Zay. This is Doc, the USSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Just a quick clarification. So on the mound is still Jackson. Behind the plate, still Jacob. And I misspoke. It did not hit him out of the box. Actually, he stepped on the plate when he bunted, and so that's a dead ball out, and that's why everyone had to reset. So we're good to go now, and here we go. As we're about to get this ball rolling here, let me reset everything. My apologies for that. And we're good to go. So bottom of the third, Hampton's going to step in. Tropics trail by 5 in the bottom of the third. But glad to have you aboard here on the UTROPSA Sports Network. I'm Doc, your commentator. I'll be here throughout the day. We got several games coming up, 12U and 10U action. Here's the pitch by Jackson, swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out our TikTok channel. A lot of highlight reels and stuff up there. Again, on Facebook and YouTube, we're simulcast. There's a ball low. And it helps our channel and our popularity growth. That way we can get some sponsors, advertisers, to help the experience, help us grow the experience. There's a ball outside for you, the fans, and the players. Again, you can go back and watch these games as many times as you want. We do a highlight reel at the end of the tournament. So make sure you check that out, too. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. I'd like to thank all of our fans across the world. We there's a full count now. I'm not on the YouTube channel right now to see what comments are being made because during the broadcast, and I'll try to check that between innings as I can. There's the payoff pitch, ball 4. And Hampton's on with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third. But we have had our visitors from Taiwan, Puerto Rico, Norway. So we do have a global presence here from the great baseball action in Florida. And today we're in the Panhandle in Destin. Jackson threw over to make sure that Hampton's not going anywhere. Hampton's back. There's a pitch, ball high. And it's 1-0. So I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. Please, like I said, make sure you like, share, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but does help us grow the channel. And then one day we'll be able to monetize and get some advertisers and just expand our capabilities. And the pitch, swinging and a miss. 1-1. So Bentley is at the plate. On deck is Zay. And here's the 1-1 to Bentley. Swing and a miss. And that makes it 1-2. Foul ball. And the count will remain 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 1 away. But that does allow Hampton to go to second. That brings in Zay. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So great day by Jackson. Looks like the pitcher's now going to be Henry. So Jackson set down in strikeouts 5 batters. So great job. And with that, we'll take a quick break. This is Doc with UTROPSA Sports Network. All right, folks, we're back as Henry is getting close to finishing his warm-ups. Get this inning underway, or the continuation of this inning, I should say. Just so glad to have you aboard. We will be live tomorrow as well, covering bracket play. Today's pool play, and tomorrow will be bracket play for both 12U and 10U. That we'll be covering some of those games tomorrow as well. So make sure you tune in and join us as well for those games. There's a ball outside to Zay. And it's a 1-0 count. And the pitch from Henry. Ball up and inside. And it's 2-0. I will share with all of you as well. This is where the broadcasting first started. Back about 6 years ago. Here's the pitch from Henry, called strike, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Zay. Started right here in the Morgan Sports Center, Destin, Florida, tournament that my son was playing actually, and there's strike 2, so it evens the count 2-2. Henry doing a nice job coming back there. And me and some of the dads got together, started a Periscope channel and put our phone up against the fence and just had a great time calling the games. And there's strike 3, and that is 2 outs. So that brings in Logan. Logan grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Colton's on deck. On second base remains Hampton. There goes Hampton the third. Throw down, not in time. And it's ball 1 to Logan. And the pitch. Call strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down. Hampton at third base. He got on with a leadoff walk. Since then, 2 strikeouts in a row issued by Hawks pitching. That's inside, very close to snagging Logan. Now the count is 2-1. But anyway, so Destin has a special place in my heart, and always glad to come back up here and call games. It's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Tropics trail by 5. And the pitch. Foul ball behind us. And the count will remain 2-2. But that's where it all started. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So make sure you check us out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left at the end of 3 innings. It's the Hawks 5, Tropics 0. Coming up for the Hawks is going to be Easton, followed by Harper, and back to the top of the order with Bo. This is Doc from the USSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Top of the fourth between the Hawks and the Tropics. 12U action. First game of the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT here in Destin, Florida, the Morgan Sports Center, broadcasted by UTROPA Sports Network. Stepping into the batter's box is Easton. New catcher behind the plate. Ball inside, and that is going to be Barrett taking over catching duties for the Tropics. Cam is still on the mound. It's a 1-0 count to Easton. Called strike, and the count's even at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So following this game will be the Hawks and the Wave. The ball outside, and it's 2-1. The ball in the dirt, 3-1. So a little correction, somebody shared with me that the airport is actually in front of us, and so the planes you see coming are actually planes taking off, not coming in for a landing. That hit him, and Easton's on with a leadoff walk hit by pitch to start things off here in the top of the fourth. So nobody out, 1 on. Harper steps in. On deck is Bo. Bo scored his last time up. Throw over by Cam to check on Harper. Check on Easton. He's back. Easton is 1 for 1, drove in an RBI, so he'll remain 1 for 1.
Let's get him, Hollywood. Come on now. Here we go.
Cam gets a sign. Sets and delivers. Ball way outside. That allows Easton to go to second base. Throw is late. So Easton's on second. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper.
Come on now. What do you say?
And the pitch. Foul tip. Just a little ahead of that one. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Top of fourth. Hawks out in front of this first game of the day. Pull play of the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT. There's a foul ball behind us. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 delivery by Cam. It's a ground ball back up the middle off of Cam. They do get a second baseman, does get it, but that allows Easton. Nice hustle to come all the way around to score. Nice hit by Harper. And great play by the defense on that one to get Harper at first. So 1 down. That brings in Bo. On deck is Dalton. Again, Bo scored his last time up. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. And that is 2 outs. So 2 down. Dalton steps in. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored his last time up. Braden's on deck. And the pitch. Grab ball back at the middle. That's going to get through for a single at least. And Dalton's on with a 2-out single here in the top of the fourth to keep the inning going. That brings in Braden. Braden is 1 for 1. Swing and a miss. A big swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. So Braden has singled and walked. On deck is Jacob. Throw over by Cam to first. Dalton's back, not going anywhere. And the pitch. Called strike. Barrett acted like he was going to throw to first. And it's 0-2 now to Braden. 2 down. Dalton at first. Cam gets a sign. He comes set and delivers the 0-2. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Top of the fourth action here between the Tropics and Hawks. Later today at the 4:05 game, we'll be moving over to the Dolphin Field to cover Tenue. And it's 2-0, or excuse me, 2-2. We're on the Amberjack Field. And to my right is the Barracuda Field, where more 12U action is taking place today as well. And ball 3. So nice at bat by Braden, who's battled it back to. Oh, they get the runner at second on the throwdown. So that's 3 outs. So Braden will come back up again. So nice job by the defense on that one. And that will be in the highlight reel for sure. So make sure you check that out. All right, so 1 run on no hits. Or excuse me, 1 hit. And nobody left at the end of 3.5. It's the Hawks 6, Tropics 0. Coming up for the Tropics in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Colton, Cam, and Carter. This is Doc and USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Welcome to bottom of the fourth action here in the first pool play game of the day. There is a quick change behind the plate for the Hawks. It's going to be Braden filling in for Jacob now, catching duties, or I should say taking over. Coming up to bat for the Tropics here in the bottom of the fourth, who trail by 6, is Colton. He'll be followed by Cam and Carter. There's the first pitch. Ball in the dirt. That's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Coming up next, here's a pitch, ball 2, is going to be the same South Walton Hawks team versus Wave Baseball. So make sure you tune in for that one coming up after this one ends. Call strike, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of 4. There's a ground ball. That's going to get through for a hit into left field. And Colton's on with a leadoff single in the bottom of the 4th. That brings in Cam. Carter's on deck. Cam walked his first time up. Throw over by Henry to check on Colton, and Colton's back. Called strike, and it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Just getting underway here in the bottom of the 4th. Leadoff single by Colton. Throw over. He's back in time. There's a ground ball back at the middle. Nice job by the shortstop. Throw over to second. Over to first. They get him a double play. What a play from the knees by the shortstop. Wow. And that was that Bo? That was Bo out there on shortstop making that play. Wow, what a play. So that will definitely be in the highlight reel. This coming up after the tournament. Swing and a miss by Carter. And it's 0-1. And that hit him. So a 2-out walk issued by Henry. That puts Carter on. Chase stepping in. Henry quickly throwing over to make sure Carter isn't going anywhere. There's the pitch. There's a line shot in the center field. That's getting down for a hit. Here's the throw to third. And Colton goes into third easily on the throw. And Chase goes to second. So a single by Chase puts runners on second and third with 2 outs. So the Tropics have something cooking. The coach calls timeout to go out and talk to Henry. And we'll see if he'll remain. And doesn't. Let's see. Looks like he's going to stay in. So while they're talking on the mound, let's just take a quick break. This is Doc with the USSSA Sports Network. All right, so we're back. Looks like we're good to go. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So Jaden's at the plate. Barrett on deck. Two outs, two runners on. Tropics are threatening here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a ground ball, a dribbler to third, fielded cleanly, over to first, and they get him. And that is 3 outs. But Tropics did not get any runs, but they did pick up 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. At the end of 4, it's the Hawks 6, Tropics 0. Come to bat for the Hawks in the bottom of the inning, or excuse me, in the top of the 5th. It's going to be Braden, Jacob, and Henry. This is Doc with USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Stepping in the batter's box is going to be Braden. He'll be followed by Jacob and then Henry for the Hawks. We are in the top of the 5th. Hawks have a lead 6-0. And the pitch. By the way, Carter is now on the mound for the Tropics. Ball outside. And behind the plate is still Barrett. So 1-0 count to Braden. And the pitch by Carter, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Just getting underway here in the top of the 5th. Ball low and outside, and it's 3-0. So Braden quickly ahead in this count. Let's see if Carter can come back and get Braden. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 3-1. It's a nice pitch by Carter. Again, thank you all for joining us here on the USSSA Sports Network's broadcast of the FLOR-BAMA Super Regional NIT. Make sure you please like, share, subscribe, and follow both on Facebook and YouTube. Helps our channel grow. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Ball high. And Braden's on with a leadoff walk. So that's the second time Braden's walked, so he's 1 for 1 today. Jacob steps in. Henry's on deck. Braden gets his lead at first. Carter checks him. Looks home, gets his sign. Steps off the rubber. Braden's back into first base. Hawks put up 1 or 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. There's ball high. That's 1-0. Timeout called by the coach. Go out and talk to his pitcher. The subscriptions, it doesn't cost you anything. The subscribing to the channels, following the Facebook, and hitting the notification allows us to, one, grow the channel to help us start getting monetization, as well as advertisers to help us enhance our broadcast to you, the fans, and the players. Also, in the different areas we're coming to, so this is the first out of region area that where we're typically at, which is in the Clearwater, Pinellas County area. I'll get to that in just a second. Here's the pitch. The ball in the dirt. That's a wild pitch. Gets away. That allows Braden to go to second, and he'll hold there. And it's 2-0. So we're looking for broadcasters. So if you know somebody or you're interested in broadcasting, even just amateur broadcasting, help us cover the games. Make sure you reach out to us at TBUSSSA. That is TBUSSSA @gmail.com. And it's a 2-1 count as a swing and a miss there by Jacob. So TBUSSSA @gmail.com. So send a note saying, hey, Doc mentioned the need of broadcasters in the area. So there goes Braden. Called strike on the outside corner, and Braden safely into third base. And the count evens 2-2. Oops. Again, so glad to have you aboard here with us on the USSSA Sports Network. And the pitch. Ground ball to third, fielded cleanly. Hawks is going to score another one. Throw to first. That gets away from first baseman. Jacob's going to go to second base. And still nobody out with runner at second. So an arrow will be charged to the third baseman for that overthrow. That allows Jacob to go to second. Henry steps in. Henry is 1 for 1. Doubled and scored his first time up. And walked his second time up. On deck is Cole. It's a ball high. And it's 1-0 to Henry. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. Runner at second. 1 run across. As from the second inning on, the Hawks have scored at least 1 run every inning. Carter turns, goes to second. Jacobs back in time. Top of 5. And the pitch. Ball just a little up. That's going to allow Jacob to go to third. That's 3 balls, no strikes. And here's the 3-0 from Carter. Called strike. And it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And 3-1 pitch. And that is ball 4. So it puts runners on first and third as Henry has walked his second time. That brings in Cole. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change. And we'll let you know who that is in just a moment. As soon as we get the number, 1 second, I'll let you know who it is. Just one moment, please. It's hard to see the numbers through the screen. All right, so I just got word from the parents. It is Hampton that's taking over pitching duties. And with that, we'll take a quick break while he warms up. This is Doc with UTROPOSA Sports Network. All right, folks, we're back. Again, Hampton taking over pitching duties for the Tropics. And here's the first pitch to Cole. Called strike. There goes Henry to second, easily in there. It's an 0-1 count to Cole. On deck is Jackson. Cole is 1 for 2. And the pitch. Ball high. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Cole. Nobody out, top of 5. Hawks lead at 7-0. On second base is Henry. There's a ball just off the plate there, 2-1. On third is Jacobs. Jacob. Henry's on second, unless I think they pinch run for Henry. I didn't see who went in. There's a ground ball to third, fielded over to first. Hawks score another one, and they call him safe. So an infield single, RBI for Cole. And the score is now 8-0. Still nobody out. Runners at first and third. Jackson steps in. Throw over to first. Cole's back. Beautiful September day here in Destin. Ball low. There goes Cole to second. And the pitch. Ball, that gets away from Barrett, but So Dalton is pinch running for Jacob, and he holds at third. I'm sorry, he's pinch running for Henry. He holds at third. 2 balls, no strikes. Or excuse me, 3 balls, no strikes to Jackson. 2 runs across so far this inning. That ball's off the plate, and it's 3. That is, well, I guess that's ball 3 now. So, all right, I had my count right. Anyway, moving on. 3-0 count, and the 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, hit off the catcher's helmet. It's a foul tipped off of the bat, hit the catcher's helmet, Barrett. And all right. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Jackson. So Barrett went to the dugout. Let's see. They may have a catching change. Hopefully he's all right. And yeah, we're going to have a quick catching change. So with that, let's take a quick break. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 1 away. So 1 down. That brings in Chap, and the pitch, ball inside. Nice stop by Colton. On deck is Easton. And here's the 1-0. Ground ball. That's a base hit in the right field. That's going to score 2 runs and allows Chap to go to second base on the throw. So an 2 RBI single for Chap. Scores Cole and Dalton, who was running for Henry. And the Hawks extend their lead. As Easton steps in, Harper on deck. Hampton checks the runner, he's back. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Throw to third, not in time. As Chap took third base. So 0-1 count to Easton. Again, Harper on deck. 1 out. Strike 2. And Hampton's quickly ahead, 0-2. So make sure you join us for pool play game number 2 coming up here shortly. There's a ground ball back up the middle, fielded cleanly by Hampton over to first, and that is 2 outs, but another run scores. And that'll bring in Harper, a.k.a. Hollywood. On deck is Bo. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So 2 down. Hawks are out in front 11-0 in this one. Again, so glad you could join us here in the USSSA Sports Network. Ball, that come in just a little bit out of the strike zone. So 1-1 now on Harper. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. And the pitch. Curveball just dropped a little bit above the strike zone there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. Ground ball to first, fielded cleanly, and that's 3 outs. However, the Hawks pick up 4 on 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. At the end of 4.5, it's the Hawks 11, Tropics 0. Coming up for the Tropics is going to be Barrett, Hampton, and Bentley. This is Doc of the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back. Bottom of 5 coming up for the Tropics. Again, it's Barrett, Hampton, and Bentley. Henry's still on the mound with Braden still behind the plate for the Hawks. First pitch called strike, and bottom of 5 is underway. So no balls, 1 strike. Also want to thank there's a pop foul somewhere. We got lost in the sun. It went behind us, I think. But I'd like to thank all of you for joining the broadcast. I also thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. I had a few subscribers. The latest one I just saw was the Gibson family. Really appreciate that. Means a lot to the channel. And I know it means a lot to these players. And we do it for you, the fans, as well, right? Because without you, we don't have a a reason to do this. It's a ball outside. I believe it's 1-2 now. But no matter where you are in the world, literally, we do this for you, as well as these players on the field, to go back and watch themselves play these games. Lifelong memories. So we try to bring that to differentiate what we do. All right, so 2-2 count to Barrett. And the count's now 4. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom of 5. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is 1 out.
Number 2, Hampton Kelly.
So Hampton steps in. Hampton walked his first time up. On deck is going to be Bentley. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, so thankful to have you all aboard. Strike 2. So coming up next is the Hawks versus the Wave. And that'll be broadcasted live, play-by-play, by yours truly. So ground ball to third, fielded cleanly, over to first, and that is 2 outs.
Now batting, number 99, Bentley Blair.
So Bentley steps in. On deck is Zay. Oh, shoot. I don't know why the scoreboard reset. I must hit the wrong button. My apologies. It is 11-0 in favor of the Hawks. And the pitch. Ball outside. Actually, I'm going to blame my scorekeeper on that one. That's a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Called strike. And it's 1-1. So if my calculations are correct, the Tropics are down to their last out. And here's the pitch. Ball low. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice job by Bentley holding up on that one. He looked like he wanted to swing, but he did hold up just in time. And the pitch. And that is ball 3. So a 3-1 count to Bentley. Trying to keep the Tropics alive here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch. It's the line shot in the center field. That's getting down for a hit. And Bentley's on with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 5th. And the inning continues. So nice job. That'll bring in Zay. On deck will be Logan. There's a ball way outside. There goes the runner, and he's out at second. And that's the ball game, folks. Final score here, Hawks 11, Tropics 0. Coming up next is going to be Wave versus the Hawks. We'll bring that to you live here very shortly. Again, thanks for joining us here on the USSSA Sports Network. This is Doc, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes.